Dutch police used tear gas and water cannon to disperse violent anti-immigration protesters in The Hague on Saturday. 30 people were arrested and 2 officers injured as large groups of people clashed with police, with some throwing rocks and bottles. Around 1,500 people blocked a highway crossing the city, while a police car was set on fire, the Netherlands news agency ANP reported, citing police figures. Prime Minister Dick Schoof condemned the shocking and bizarre images of shameless violence, saying it was completely unacceptable. Right-wing leader Geert Wilders, who won the previous election in the Netherlands and has retained his lead in opinion polls ahead of the 29th of October vote, was invited to speak at the demonstration but did not attend. Instead, he also condemned the violence against police as utterly unacceptable, saying it was the work of idiots. The protest was organized by a right-wing activist, demanding stricter migration policies and a clampdown on asylum seekers. Violence erupted when large groups of protesters, many waving Dutch flags and flags associated with far-right groups, confronted security forces. Protesters also smashed the windows of the headquarters of the center-left D66 party, viewed by many on the far right as a party that serves a progressive elite. D66 leader Rob Jetten said the damage inside was extensive and told the protesters to stay away from political parties. "If you think you can intimidate us, tough luck. We will never let extremist rioters take away our beautiful country," he said on social media platform X. Nobody was present in the D66 offices at the time of the protests, according to party officials cited by ANP. The Dutch government collapsed in June after Wilders withdrew his far-right PVV party from the governing coalition following a row over migration. The dispute came after Wilders pushed for 10 additional asylum measures, including a freeze on applications, halting the construction of reception centers and limiting family reunification. The governing coalition was in place for less than 1 year. Among several European airports hit by a cyber attack affecting an electronic check-in and baggage system. The airport warned of possible delays due to a technical issue affecting software provided by Collins Aerospace to several airlines. Brussels Airport said a cyber attack on Friday night meant passengers were being checked in and boarded manually, while Berlin's Brandenburg Airport also reported longer waiting times due to the problem. RTX, which owns Collins Aerospace, said it was aware of a cyber-related disruption to its system in select airports, and that it was working to resolve the issue as quickly as possible. The company added, "The impact is limited to electronic customer check-in and baggage drop and can be mitigated with manual check-in operations." It said its Muse software, which allows different airlines to use the same check-in desks and boarding gates at an airport, rather than requiring their own, had been affected. The BBC understands that British Airways is operating as normal using a backup system, but that most other airlines operating from Heathrow have been affected. Hundreds of flights have been delayed at the airports throughout Saturday, according to flight tracker FlightAware. Dublin Airport said it and Cork Airport had experienced a minor impact from the cyber attack, with some airlines implementing manual check-in processes. Lucy Spencer said she had been queuing to check in for a Malaysia Airlines flight for more than 2 hours, and that staff were manually tagging luggage and checking passengers in over the phone. "They told us to use the boarding passes on our phone, but when we got to the gates they weren't working. They've now sent us back to the check-in gate," she told the BBC from Heathrow's Terminal 4. Adding that she could see hundreds of people queuing up. Another passenger, Manaza Aslam, said she had been sat on the tarmac for over an hour, with no idea when we will fly, and had already missed her onward connection at Doha. "I've been at Heathrow with my elderly parents since 5 o'clock, she said, adding, "We are hungry and tired." Johnny Lal, who was due to fly to Bombay for his mother-in-law's funeral on Saturday, said he and his mother will now miss their flight.